Okay, Alex, in this video, we're going to talk once again about some improvements that you've made, but we're just going to look at it from a different angle. And so you can see here we're looking from the side. And this is your old video back in March, and this is Randy Johnson on the left-hand side. And what I want to start doing is I want to play this through a couple of times. And I want you to be able to see the differences between the deliveries. And as you see that, just take note of the differences. And now we're going to go ahead and stop that. And we're going to show you what Randy Johnson looks like in his delivery as he works into his foot strike, where his front foot's going to hit the ground. And I want you to notice what happens with his glove and his front shoulder and how it stays out over his knee. Now in contrast, back in March, let's take a look. In the beginning of your delivery, as you stride towards the plate and get into your foot strike, watch what happens to your glove and your front shoulder, how it goes out and away from your body. And there we are in the foot strike positions here. And you can see a significant difference back in March from you and Randy Johnson. Number one, let's look at what you're supposed to do. You can see the glove pointed towards the target here, the shoulders closed. All right, the chest is not opened up yet. And in contrast with you on the left-hand side, you can see here your torso, your upper body is completely opened up here, and we can't even see your glove. So not a very strong position to be in here. And as we take Randy Johnson into his release point, you'll see him keep that glove out over his front knee. He brings his chest to the glove into release. And so this is exactly what we want to do as a pitcher. And if we take a look over here on the left-hand side with you, we're going to see how inefficient and imbalanced you were into your release. Take a look at where your glove's at. I mean, this is just unbelievable when you think about how much you've improved and how weak you were there in terms of release. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and pull up the most recent video, and you're going to get a sense of how much you've improved. So we'll take Randy Johnson back to the beginning. And what I want to do first is just play these two videos side by side, in sync with each other, so you can get a feel for what you're doing, okay? So with that in mind, let's play it 2 times through. And now watch the similarities and the differences. You can see there's better momentum, better job with the glove. So that's fantastic. Now, once we've seen that, let's go ahead and show you what Randy Johnson looks like as he's going into his foot strike position here. You see the momentum and the weight shift before he breaks his hands. And you see right here, he's down, ready to deliver the baseball. We'll do the same thing with you over here. See a weight shift, separation of the hands. Now you're into foot strike right there. And what you'll notice, all right, what you're going to notice here, number one, look at Randy Johnson's glove. Nice and firm out over his front knee. You'll see the same thing here with you. And now, Alex, you and Randy Johnson do a little bit different things in terms of how you separate your hands, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, and you'll notice that your arm angles here are a little bit different, and that's perfectly fine. What we want to be able to do is match the angle that we've created with our front arm with the angle that we've created in our back arm. So with Randy Johnson, you can see his angle is like this, and he's got the same type of angle here. Now you match your angles perfectly. You got this angle right here, it's close to a right angle, and you do the same thing over here. So your arms are equal opposite. Your head's in a great position, your glove's in a great position, and I'm really excited about that improvement. Now with that in mind, let's watch Randy Johnson get to his release point. You're going to see his eyes track forward, his gloves stay fixed and firm over his front knee, tracks his eyes forward, opens up his torso, and gets into release. Again, look where the glove's at. Out over his knee, chest to glove. And we're going to go ahead and watch you do it. Watch you take your chest to your glove. Get it out over your knee. Right there at release. So your glove is right here. Decent position right there. And a good release. So I got to say there's a lot of good things going on there. And just to kind of close out this lesson, let's pull up your old video and let's match it side by side, just to give you a sense of how much better you really have become, how much stronger, and how much more efficient you are. So, get you guys into your knee lift, get you into foot strike here. Again, the one on the right hand side is the new one, the one on the left hand side is the old one. Let's just go back. And again, let's watch on the left what you do with your glove as you get into foot strike. Oh man. And now watch the improvement on the right hand side, what you're doing with your glove. And that's just a dramatic improvement. This is exactly what we want to do. This is exactly what we don't want to do. And let's track you into release. And again, look what your glove was doing before, and look where it's at now. So you got to be impressed and happy, but don't be satisfied, because there are improvements that we're going to make, and in the next video we're going to talk about those.